Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video we're talking about Nintendo Switch, NES, a brand new game and some games shutting down. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off talking about Nintendo Switch emulation on PC with Yuzu, and Yuzu just got a brand new update. In fact, there are two different updates, and the first one here is for the paid testing early access version of Yuzu, and 3591 just released. This one has a fix that I think a lot of people are going to be interested in. Add an experimental fix for the VRAM and commit memory usage. Games such as The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Astral Chain, Bayonetta 3, Xenoblade Chronicle games should no longer use all of the VRAM available. It should also resolve slowdowns. And the second update here is for the free mainline build, and mainline 1436 just released. And this one adds missing H.264 video header required for several games. For example, Layton's Mysterious Journey. Some cutscenes should be rendering now correctly. And it also relaxes the amiibo scanning frequency to reduce stuttering when scanning amiibo. And on a quick side note here, for those of you wondering when the early access changes are going to make their way to the mainline, normally it's about a 2-week cycle, and Yuzu has been pretty good at releasing them even sooner, just as soon as the bugs are worked out. And speaking about bugs, next up we're talking about PlayStation emulation with Duckstation, and Duckstation's got a brand new pre-release. It appears that the latest preview build has a bug fix and some minor improvements. And it is just a preview build, so as soon as this gets tested and gets the green flag here, it'll be released as the latest rolling release. If you wanted to check it out, it's free, it's open source, and I'll drop a link to it in the description below. And speaking about GitHub, next up we're talking about Game Boy Advance emulation with NanoBoyAdvance. And for those who may not be aware, NanoBoyAdvance is a cycle-accurate Game Boy Advance emulator. It aims to be as accurate as possible. So the latest version of NanoBoyAdvance, at least at the time of filming, is version 1.7.1, and arguably it gets a little bit more accurate. I'll drop a link to this one in the description below. It's free and open source. It's available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Moving on, and still on GitHub here, we're talking about a brand new NES emulator. This one is called jgnes, which stands for Subscribe to Mr. Sujano. And it's a cross-platform NES emulator. If you are curious about this one, I'll drop a link to it in the description below. It's free, it's open source, and the time of filming version 0.4.0 is the latest update. And this one has a whole bunch of additions and fixes here. And if we take a look at the previous releases, version 0.1.0 came out last week. So this one is fresh and very interesting. It's available for Linux and Windows. Moving on, and we're quickly covering Boy GBA Pro on Android, and this one got a brand new update that fixes some audio issues in some games. And speaking about games, next up we're talking about a PS4 free-to-play game from Sega called Border Break. And if you are interested in this game and if you've been playing it, you might be disappointed to know that the service is ending on September 9th. Now, it is worth pointing out that it's a gradual shutdown, so it's not like everything's just shutting off on September 9th and that's it. Stuff is shutting down beforehand. For example, on August 14th will be the last day you can actually play a ranked match. And speaking about ranked matches and stuff shutting down, next up we're talking about Pac-Man 99. If you're a fan of this game, you might want to put your other games on the side while you play this thing before it's officially shut down. So just like Border Break, Pac-Man 99 is going to have a gradual shutdown, and you'll want to mark October 8th in your calendars. It's the discontinuation of online services for the main game and distribution of the main game and free custom themes. They do say though, even after the online services are discontinued for the main game, users who own either of the paid DLCs can continue to enjoy the CPU battle, blind time attack, and score attack in offline mode for whatever that's worth. And speaking about worth, last up here there's a brand new game that might be worth checking out, and I might butcher this one but I'm gonna try. Hayaku, Island of Darkness. This game hasn't released just yet, but it's a Metroidvania Mega Man inspired 2D platformer and it looks really good. I've got no idea on the price of this game, but I'll drop a link to the Steam page store in the description below and feel free to check it out. The system specs on this one are pretty low, and I'm assuming it's going to be Steam Deck verified day one. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff in one fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about anything we talked about in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate, save your state.